I know it's not exactly a cruiserweight shirt, but I guess the purple kind of works, you know? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what's now going to be a series here on the channel, Why It Worked. I've made 2 videos in the last little bit that have been sort of, titled like that, Why It Worked. I did one on John Cena's US Open Challenge, and I did one on Seth Rollins' Monday Night Rollins Run, and I just talked about why I like them and why they worked in my opinion, and that's going to be a new series here on the channel. I may do gimmicks, concepts, matches, storylines, just anything I really feel like. It's mostly going to be things that are like my opinion and talking about them, because obviously I want to make content that I'm passionate about. But if you have any suggestions for future episodes of Why It Worked, leave them in the comments below. Today I'm going to be talking about the 2016 WWE Cruiserweight Classic Tournament that went on in the summer of 2016 and led to the Cruiserweight division coming back to WWE. And I know it hasn't really gotten the spotlight it has deserved since, but the tournament itself was amazing in my opinion. So today we're going to be talking about why it worked.
Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida is fired up!
Now the first reason that it worked in my opinion is the environment. The entire tournament was filmed over a few days in front of one of the most passionate wrestling crowds in the world. Of course at Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida, where NXT takes place, the home of NXT, right by the WWE PC. It all made sense. That crowd is just always so passionate for no matter what wrestling gets put in front of them. It was the perfect crowd to hold it in front of. And honestly, it's where 205 Live should have stayed, because those fans really got attached to some of those characters throughout the tournament and made many of them stars and are the reason that a few of them even got signed to the WWE. On top of this, we had an opening ceremony that was perfect to introduce every single one of the superstars and learn a little bit about their backgrounds, where they're from and whatnot. On the commentary booth, we have one of the best commentators of all time, Mauro Ranallo, and one of the best cruiserweight wrestlers, or I guess is he a light heavyweight, something like that. One of the best wrestlers in general in the world, a man who was very passionate about the tournament, Daniel Bryan. You couldn't ask for a better pair. During the opening ceremony, they just perfectly talked about and highlighted stuff about each and every one of the superstars as they entered the ring. We had a weigh-in before the tournament, so it really gave us a proper introduction to each of these 32 superstars that were participating in this single elimination tournament.
The athletes who are representing 16 countries.
Another very important part about this tournament was representation, because there were so many different countries being represented. We had everything from Japan to Canada to the United States, Mexico, the UK, even countries like Pakistan. There were so many different countries featured in this tournament, and it really gave a sense of global representation, just having all these different styles of wrestling, whether it was Japanese strong style, the British submission sort of style, or the lucha libre of Mexico. And even sprinkled in were a few NXT stars such as Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, who at the time were just having their potential tapped into in their team DIY. We had people from the Indies, people from Japan. We had veterans like the Brian Kendrick and Tajiri. It was just overall, there was a lot of representation and a great breed of talent there to really make this tournament feel interesting and quite unpredictable. Now, of course, the best part about this tournament was the match quality. There were several different highlights when you look through the different matches. Some of the ones that are talked about the most are, of course, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa's match. My personal favorite, Cedric Alexander versus Kota Ibushi. The match was so damn good and people were so impressed with Cedric Alexander. Even though that he had been eliminated, the entire Full Sail crowd started chanting, "Please sign Cedric," to the point where Triple H came out and shook his damn hand. But you could look all the way from the very first round of this tournament all the way to the finals and just find classic match after classic match. All the different styles of all these different wrestlers clashed so well, and the time that they were given to showcase their talent really fit the tournament and made it feel so important.
That will go to Raw this Monday night and be known as the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion.
Now, the finals of the tournament came down to TJ Perkins and Gran Metalik. Not exactly who everyone predicted. A lot of people thought, Zack Sabre Jr. and Kota Ibushi, but in the end, they did have to make someone who was signing with the company win. It's pretty obvious. But we got the surprise of the returning Cruiserweight Championship. Some people speculated that the division was properly coming back and that, there was going to be a championship, but it was never confirmed until the night of. So we had this surprise of the new title being unveiled and awarded to the winner, TJP, who unfortunately unfortunately didn't really last too long in WWE and kind of had a little bit of controversy around him. But regardless, it was a great way to bring the title back, bring the division back, and kickstart the 205 Live era. And I really think that this tournament doesn't quite get the spotlight that it deserves, although I do love what's currently going on with the Cruiserweight title, with the interim Cruiserweight Championship tournament, and Drake Maverick really getting to showcase his talent and sort of the G1 style scoring where everyone faces each other and whoever has the best score moves on to the finals. I think it's really something unique, but I really feel like people don't talk about the Cruiserweight Classic quite enough. So let me know down in the comment section below, how do you feel about the 2016 WWE Cruiserweight Classic Tournament? Have you gone back and rewatched it? Because I'm honestly thinking about going back and binging the entire thing. I think it's that underrated. And if you haven't, I highly recommend you check out some of the matches we talked about in this video. You will not be disappointed. And here's to hoping that we get something like this again in the future. But anyways, that's going to do it for the video, guys. Hit the like button if you did enjoy, subscribe to the channel if you are new, or show this video any other love that you deem it worthy. Until next time, I will see you all very soon. Thank you.